G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another live stream for you, and we're doing our G.I. Joe Operation Cobra countdown. Looking forward we're getting really close now, only a couple of days to go, and over here in Oz it's the 24th already. Which means tomorrow is the 25th. However, for us, the actual campaign goes live early in the morning on the 26th. Yeah, so it's coming up very soon. So these videos, with these little live streams, we're just sort of chatting about what things we'd like to see in the campaign. I see that a lot more, as we're getting closer and closer, a lot more people are jumping into the comments and that sort of thing over at the OC Gamefound page, OC Games Gamefound page, the preview page for the campaign. And yeah, so lots of cool ideas and things being thrown around there and that sort of thing. Lots of questions still being asked because, you know, folks, this is a first time, looks like a first time sort of company, first time making a game sort of thing. So questions around that sort of thing. So yeah, any questions you have for the folks at OC Games, throw them on the comment section there, and you know, the more the merrier sort of thing. But if you've got some things you'd love to share about what you love about G.I. Joe, what things you're looking forward to, what are you excited about, this can also be a place for that as well. So feel free to chuck some comments in about what you're looking forward to. And on the, I think this is what is the second last day. Yeah, we or here myself, I am going to bring something up that I'm sort of revisiting an earlier point, but also something that I know. I think it was. I think I want to say maybe Mad Matt, commenter in the Gamefound page comments there, commented about, wouldn't it be cool to have vehicles? And you know, I'd mentioned that I'd like to see vehicles in this game as well, but his point specifically, because there's been lots of other people asking for that as well, but wouldn't it be cool to have like a boss battle with a vehicle? Because my memory is that Imperial Assault had things like the ATST Walker and things like that. So I thought, oh, well, there's precedent there. We could have some vehicles in this game. But I'm thinking now maybe that was like a boss or something in that Imperial Assault, and that sort of makes sense. Like, you know, have a big thing like a HISS tank, you know, that you have to sort of like corner in the street somewhere in some urban setting and blow it up, sort of thing. And meanwhile, it's got some pretty serious firepower that you've got to sort of avoid and duck and weave and dive into buildings and things like that to get away from it. So I think that'd be a really fun thing too. So yeah, maybe the idea of vehicles being used as bosses, I think that would be really cool. And there's a whole bunch of those big sort of tank type things that the Cobra forces had, and the Joe forces as well. Because if we, you know, lots of people have been asking for other modes and things like that. You know, it would be cool to have, you know, Joe vehicles there as well. So I thought that would be really cool. So that's my day 2, or, you know, 2 days left to go, request, or, you know, thing I would like to see is sort of boss modes with vehicles and things like that, because we've already sort of essentially got the bosses in the Cobra Commander and Destro and those sorts of guys. Just excuse me, I'll have a little bit of coffee here. I don't want to be making too many swallowing noises into the mic there. Guess don't need to hear that, but yeah, I thought that'd be cool. Yeah, so that's what I'd like to see. So jump on and put some comments in here if you know, if you agree, or you'd like to see something different, let us know. But I thought before I go, just the last little thing here is that I have some. Let's see if I can get the keys in here. I've got to do a little impromptu unboxing because I've received an order of homebrew cards for United, for Marvel United, Simon United. And this is a bunch of homebrew stuff. So I'm particularly excited to show this off, because I won't go through a whole lot, because there's a whole bunch of different things here. We've got, what's that, some Sentinels of the Multiverse, the Angel, one of the fans of Marvel United, who's done a great lot of work, really helping the homebrew community by going through and reviewing lots of different fan-made characters on the Marvel United wiki page. He's made his own character, the Jackal, so I'm looking forward to trying that at some point soon on the channel as well. Printed off the dashboard a little while ago and then realized I forgot to print the cards off, so I've been waiting on these, but there is something that's related to this video. It's not G.I. Joe Operation Cobra, but it is G.I. Joe related. So I'll just see if I can find that in here. Let's see what we've got here. Let's see what we've got. Keep going through, and hopefully, here we go. We've got a whole stack of cards here, and then another entire set of cards here as well. We've got some Naruto stuff as well. But let me see if I can find the things that relate to this particular video. Here we go. Now I'm thinking, did I order what I think I ordered in this set? I hope we've actually got the ones I'm talking about here, but I think so. I think it's coming up. Here we go. All right, so we've got, this is exciting because we have Beachhead is now a playable character in G.I. Joe United. So here are some cards here. There he is. He's got his wilds and double wilds. I always like to have those there. We've got some nice artwork there. Art is done by, don't know if you can see it on the cards there. Erwin Thunder is his name. Great artist. You can find him on Fiverr if you want some chibi style art done. Here he is. Yeah, I love the art's really turned out really nice on these guys. And so apologies anyone who's tuned in specifically for G.I. Joe Operation Cobra, but this is kind of adjacent. And here are some of his special cards, special abilities. So he's only got a couple there. It's the same thing. He's got a couple of starting hand cards as well. So this is, whoops, starting hand card. So be the best. All right. So he's sort of like special forces guy. He likes to be prove himself to be the best, has high expectations of himself, but also he demands the best. So you can also inspire your fellow troops and that sort of thing as well. So yeah, so there we go. We've got him ready to go, and Big Head Chibis make a cool model for him as well. And let me just have a quick look. I think I might have printed off. I did too. Excellent. Here we go. So we have G.I. Joe related. We have Major Blood. So he's another one that has an awesome model by Big Head Chibis. I've been really looking forward to getting this guy printed. So he's got cards like Ambush. He's a villain, so he's not going to be on your side. I love this one. I always knew you were a Philistine. Famous line that he he leveled at Cobra Commander actually, and he's got his threat. So the fun thing about him is that he has a whole range of weapons because he's a mercenary. He goes out every time he sort of like gets a bounty, he takes out a Joe, he goes and spends his money on buying more and more weapons. So he's got all these rocket launchers and shotguns and all sorts of things. So he's got this weapon deck that he uses. Let's see. He's got these twin machine pistols and stuff there. So yeah, he sort of builds up this arsenal of things, which is pretty fun. But then his other sort of theme in his villain battle is that he's a terrible poet, but he's always sending his poetry into the Attica Gazette. And so one of your missions is to basically block his poetry. Essentially, you get his poetry rejected. And so all of his threats are lines from some poems that when you used to get Major Blood, if you bought his toy, on his file card at the back, some editions of those had these poems on the back, and so they're all just lines from that sort of give him different bonuses and special effects. So you can go around and get rid of these, and that sort of counts towards rejecting his poetry. So that's the idea behind Major Blood. So hopefully I'll be able to get him to the table soon and show that off on the channel along with Beachhead there. So yeah, that's very exciting. So I'm glad to have those guys now. Yeah, so but let's get back to G.I. Joe Operation Cobra. Yeah, really looking forward to seeing how this pans out. And hopefully once the campaign starts, we'll see a lot more information about what the game's going to involve, but also hopefully there'll be a bit more information about the company itself, who the designers are, and how their license is working with Hasbro, because we do see Hasbro on the advertising and that sort of thing as well. So folks who are a bit sort of unsure about how the pedigree of the company is going to affect things and all that sort of stuff, we'll find out. But through my interactions with the guys behind the scenes, they seem like they're committed and enthusiastic and want this to do well, and really passionate about the game. So high hopes, and we'll just obviously with anything Gamefound or Kickstarter sort of related, use your discretion. Do your due diligence. And do your research and that sort of stuff, and decide whether it's whether you can afford to invest in these sorts of things, and whether you want to back them. But yeah, so looking forward to a couple of days time, and we'll have a lot more information about that sort of stuff too. So I hope you guys are enjoying the ride. I hope you guys are excited to see some of this nostalgia stuff come to life, and hopefully it will be a cool game system. It certainly has been a lot of fun playing it on Tabletop Simulator and that sort of thing. So I'm not so worried about the game itself. I think it's fantastic, and yeah, I'm hopeful that that they'll be able to deliver, and it will get a really cool G.I. Joe game. So awesome. Well, thank you very much, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. I guess the next one is the last video, and then on the Wednesday at some point, because it drops early on Wednesday for us. But later that day, once the campaign goes live and that sort of thing, I'll try and jump on and do a bit of a review of all the things that are that have gone on the first day. I do have some things going on here, sort of in the personal life, that just with a family member that sort of got to look after for a little bit, so may not be able to sort of jump on straight away. So it might be a little bit sort of towards the end of that day or something like that as well. So we'll see how that goes. So awesome. Well, you have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Me, Monkey out. See ya.